Good morning, Primetime Squad. How's everybody doing this Monday morning? I hope that everybody is off to a great start, having a great Monday, and is looking forward to a wonderful week. Now, as you see by the title of this video, it's about Cyntoia Brown. I've already done 2 videos on this topic. Cyntoia Brown, you know, she was sentenced to life in prison for murder, which she claims was actually self-defense, but she was sentenced to murder, life sentence, after a lot of controversial backing from like celebrities and musical entertainers like Rihanna, the Kardashians. People were petitioning for her to be released, thinking, you know what, this girl was sentenced so young, she claimed self-defense, everything in the story just not adding up. So they were petitioning the governor, to have her released early. And she was granted that just a few weeks ago. She was actually released after serving 15 years of a lifelong sentence. So now, I told you guys after I gave you all the update a few weeks ago on her release that I would come back, in a few more weeks after I got some more information, or if I found out any new information, and give you another update. So, as you have probably been hearing, and if you haven't heard, if you've been asleep under a rock, which I know some of y'all be doing, it's been going around in social media a lot more controversy about this girl who is now, a woman, 31 years of age. She was released a few weeks ago for prison. When people had heard that she was married to ex-Pretty Ricky member Jamie Long, aka J Long, who is also the ex-husband of Pam, who is a member of, remember the old female group Toto? Yeah, y'all remember them. That was one of my favorite female groups back in the day. But anyway, her, Pam, and him, J Long, married in 2013. They just recently divorced this year in February. So like approximately 6 months of a divorce. And now he's married to Cyntoia Brown. She has a whole husband after being in prison for 15 years. Now keep in mind, before she went to prison, the person that she was with was her ex-boyfriend, who was also her trafficker. That is the whole reason why she got involved in being a streetwalker, a prostitute, and ended up with that John, who they claim she murdered cold-blooded, who she claimed she murdered in self-defense. So, how much experience does she have actually having a relationship outside of prison? One real one. She had a whole bunch of different ones with different people before she went in. They weren't real relationships because, again, she was being trafficked. And before that, she was in abusive relationships and being manipulated at a young age by like family members, friends of the family, who took advantage of her. But as far as like a real relationship, the only real relationship she ever had before J Long outside of prison was with the man who was trafficking her. Now, so that just gives you a little more information on her past. The reason why this is a big thing in the media right now is because ex-wife of J Long, Pam from Toto, is warning Cyntoia Brown, saying that basically right now he's just clout chasing, maybe trying to dig into her pockets because he wants to further his career, or that he doesn't have a lot of money anymore since he's no longer with Pretty Ricky. Now, you might be thinking, what you mean digging in Cyntoia pockets? She just got out of prison. How much money do the girl really has? She is about to publish a book, a tell-all book on her life leading up to her marriage to J Long. Now, a lot of people is going to be buying that book. I had said before on my reviews that I can bet as soon as she get released, somebody is going to be trying to get her to write a book. Somebody is going to be trying to get her to produce a movie or a bio film or something. And yes, Netflix is all over that. Netflix is all over that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Now, she's about to come into some money with Netflix. She about to come into some money with this book that she's putting out. And then she's married to a man who been married for 6 years, only been divorced for 6 months, and he was also unfaithful throughout the entire marriage to Pam. So Pam says. So Pam says. Not I. So Pam says. They just divorced this February and he was unfaithful to her the whole time. Pam is like, watch out, Cyntoia. Watch out. Now, you have to keep in mind as well that when Cyntoia went to prison, she was suffering from fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, neurological disorders. She was born to somebody who was addicted to alcoholism, and so when she was born and up until the time before she went to prison, she was dealing with those issues. And of course, those issues can carry on and throughout your life. And so a lot of people is like, come on now. First of all, she was a child when she went to prison. Just like Iyanla says sometimes. When you deal with childhood trauma, childhood abuse, sometimes as an adult, you still might be in that child mind frame for many years of your life. I mean, Cyntoia, she never had the opportunity to be a child. She was a child who was abused, a child born with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, and then she was trafficked by a boyfriend, and then she went to prison for murder for 15 years. So what kind of mind frame do you think this child, now woman, could possibly be in to figure she's ready for a whole marriage? A whole marriage. And again, this man, J. Long, has only been divorced for 6 months. Now, some people is like, okay, Pam, she's probably jealous. They was married for 6 years, only been divorced for 6 months. It's a possibility that he was talking to Cyntoia throughout their marriage. Because, for one, where they was located, there was no conjugal visits allowed for them too. So it wasn't like they was having like some kind of relationship. They were having like a situationship because they only been married for 6 months. Now, Cyntoia, who was just released a few weeks ago, you have to wonder if they were talking during the relationship between him and Pam, because of the fact it's some overlapping. Ain't no way from February to now have these two possibly have gotten to know each other so well to figure out we should be all the way married. What do y'all think? Put it in the chat. What do y'all think? So some people is feeling sorry for Cyntoia, saying she's being tricked, she's being bamboozled. This man, he's just after her because of her whole situation. She's probably, easy to manipulate. And Pam, his ex, is even saying, you know what? This is all a tactic to him. He's clout chasing. And again, trying to get in her pocketbooks. But then again, some people is like, we feel bad for J. Long, because if he mistreat her or abuse her or cheat on her or anything, he better look out, because this woman did go to prison for murder, even though she claims it was self-defense. But let's be honest. The girl has been on meds, most of her life. She committed murder. She was in prison for 15 years. Now she's married. I don't know if it's the fact that, like Pam said, when he approached her, he claimed to be a full, whole Christian, God-fearing man, and all this kind of stuff. A good guy. He's handsome. You cannot deny that man is handsome. I ain't gonna say gorgeous. I was about to say gorgeous. I'll say handsome. He's handsome. But As far as Cyntoia, as far as her being in prison all this time, could you have think that maybe he approached her just because he knew that she was probably weak. She could be manipulated. She's in prison. I mean, ain't no telling how many people she had in her corner while she was in prison. Like, as far as people outside of prison, like friends, family, loved ones, things like that. She wasn't really close to her family, during the time right before she went to prison. Her mother, she wasn't raised by her mother. She was raised, in the system by a foster parent. From her foster parents' interview, like years ago, she claimed that, Cyntoia, a lot of times she didn't really talk to her. She didn't really tell her what was going on. She didn't know a lot what was going through Cyntoia's mind because she really wouldn't open up to her because Cyntoia didn't trust anybody. But you in prison, this man been married for years. He's only been divorced for 6 months. What would make her be able to trust this man? Again, Pam said, he's doing the same thing that he did to her. Claiming to be God-fearing, claiming to be, a good guy and everything. But he was unfaithful throughout their entire marriage when he was married to Pam. And she also claims that, he try to do anything to gain fame, to gain power, to gain coinage. So y'all let me know. Do y'all think Pam is being jealous? Or do you think Pam is being genuine for trying to warn Cyntoia? Let me know. Let me know. Because from my angle, from my point of view, I kind of feel where Pam is coming from. I mean, just looking at the whole picture, the big picture. Yeah, you can meet people in prison and fall in love. You can. It does happen. Prison pen pals, they have all that. It can happen. But when you're thinking about this guy who used to be with Pretty Ricky, and then you think about this little girl, now woman, who went to prison, served 15 years for murder. Unlikely match, huh? Unlikely pair, huh? Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. I see red flags all day, every day. I see red flags. And I hope there's somebody in Cyntoia's corner that maybe she should get some advice from, And also, J-Long, I would recommend you not play with Cyntoia. Do not play with her emotions. Please listen. Some people is like, you know what? Basically what he's going to do, he put that ring on her. Now he's going to try to get her pregnant. He's going to milk her for her money, her notoriety. And then when he's done with her, he'll provoke an altercation that will result in a probation violation. What will result in that probation violation, though? Remember, she did go to prison for murder. So my advice to Cyntoia is never too late. It's never too late to abort that marriage. I think the child, now woman, and I keep saying child. Maybe I get that from Iyanla. Because again, this woman has went through a lot as a child. A lot of drama, abuse, mistreatment. She's dealt with a lack of trust like her entire life. And then landed up in the pen. I'm sorry. I think what she mainly needs is some time to really know herself outside of prison. Some time to try to get her life back on track. Maybe seek out a career. Get her own place. Make her own way in the world as a productive citizen. Marriage, right now, I don't think was the best decision for her. I really don't. And again, I pray he doesn't do anything bad to her, anything wrong to her. I pray that he's really not trying to manipulate her for her coins and her pocketbook. But I can't help to think how this woman's mind is today because of everything that she been through. We shall see, y'all. We shall see. This girl is about to get paid from Netflix for a new show, a bio show, and also she's about to get paid for a book. I wonder if she had him sign a prenup. I wonder if her lawyers suggested that. Her managers suggested that. I wonder. We got questions. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about in the chat. And if y'all watch this video, if y'all coming in late, make sure you please rewind the video all the way to the beginning. And then at the end of the video, if you came in after the chat, leave your comments in the comment section and let me know what you think about this whole situation. Do y'all think Pam is jealous? Or do y'all think she is being genuine for trying to warn Cyntoia? Let me know. In the meantime and in between time, Primetime Squad, y'all know how we do. Stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.